Why you can't fix your slice and what to do instead. If you've tried everything to fix your slice and it's still there, this is what you're missing. Hi, my name's Justin Klambala and I'm the founder of BreakingBogeys.com, where we are transforming people's games to help them play the best golf of their life. We've helped people break score barriers like breaking 100 for the first time, breaking 90 for the first time, and even breaking 80 for the first time. If you haven't done so already, head to BreakingBogeys.com and check out the transformations that we've done with students already. Now let's dive right in. Why do people slice the golf ball? It's because they are struggling with an open club face. And today I'm going to show you 5 different ways to close your club face, and the 5th one works every single time, so stay tuned to the end. So the reason why people slice the ball, and maybe why you've been struggling with a slice for a very long time, is because your club face is open. How do we fix that club face and get it closed so that you can't slice the ball anymore? Here's the first way. I'm using my monster wedge today for the visuals of how we can manipulate this club face. But the first way to get your club face closed is the position you put the club in the backswing. So if you'll notice here, when I get started, if I go into the backswing here, I'm getting that club face in a very closed position. We consider this closed because the face is pointing down towards the ground. A lot of times people roll their face open in the first part of their swing here, and that gets the face open right away and puts your swing in a state of recovery. So we want to get that club face into an extremely closed face by getting that face to point down. If you can nail this first 3 feet of your backswing, you will fix your slice. The second way we can get the club face more closed is at the top of your swing. So at the top of the swing, a position that we want to be in to help you draw the ball and get away from slicing the ball is getting that club face to point up towards the sky. So if you notice here, the club face is pointing to the sky right now, versus what I see a lot of slicers being in is where the toe is very much down at the top of their swing. So if that toe is pointing down at the top of their swing, I know that they're struggling with a slice. So to get this face into this much more closed position where the face is pointing up to the sky, it's going to come down to the left wrist bow at the top of their swing. So when you're getting up to the top of your swing, we want to feel like the left wrist is nice and bowed at the top. So check the top of your swing. Can you get your wrist to be in this position where it's nice and bowed and we don't get any cupping in that left wrist at the top of the swing? If you can achieve this position at the top, you will get rid of your slice. Third way to get your club face to close is through impact. So what you can do is that as you're coming through and you're coming down to hit the golf ball, we want to feel like your right hand is crossing over the left. So notice here how I get to this position here, I strike the ball, and then my right hand crosses over my left into this position here. So we want to feel that right hand rolling. So an idea that you can feel, and you could do this at home to kind of feel this feeling, is feel like you have your right hand has a washcloth in your hand, and the ball area is where you have a table. Okay? So you have a table and you have a washcloth in your hand. I want you to take a couple of swings here where you're going to clean the table. So how would you clean the table? Well, your hand needs to face down towards the table and then wipe the table clean. If you're a slicer of the golf ball, my guess is that your hands are coming through with your right hand pointing up. And as you can see, when my right hand points up, my club face points up. And if my club face points up, it means my club face is very open at impact. So I want to feel that right hand washing the table clean, feeling that right hand kind of pointing down through impact, and that feeling of crossing over your hands, the right hand rolling over the left, the right hand washing the table, will get this feeling of the club face coming through and closing as you come through the impact area. This will definitely fix your slice if you can feel the exaggeration of that right hand washing the table and closing the club face through impact. The 4th way to fixing your slice, if you haven't tried this already, is strengthening your grip. And when I'm welcoming you to strengthen your grip, I want you to go to the extreme. So watch what I'm gonna do here. Strengthening your grip for a right-handed golfer is rotating your hands on the club clockwise. So notice what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take my left hand and rotate clockwise on the club, which puts my left hand more on top of the grip. My right hand, I'm going to rotate significantly clockwise as well, but that puts my right hand on the underside of the grip. So left hand more on top, right hand underneath, and it gets it into this very, very strong position. Well, the reason why this will help you close the face and get rid of your slice is because my hands are used to being in this position. So if I rotate my left hand on top, my right hand underneath, they're in this kind of awkward position. They don't feel very good. I don't like this, and you probably won't like it either. It won't feel very good. So what does your hands have to do to get back to a more comfortable position is that they will have to rotate counterclockwise, which closes the face. So if I rotate my hands on my club clockwise, well then they have to move counterclockwise to get the hands back to that more comfortable position. And by just changing that grip, your hands will move in that position, that counterclockwise position, from the player's point of view, to get that club to square back up. The grip change can be a really great one, and the reason why I like it too is because it's not an in-swing change. The first three have been an in-swing change. But that fourth one there has been a prior swing change. So you're changing your grip before you swing, and then you just swing away. And a lot of times that stronger grip, especially if done exaggeratedly, will help you get that club face more closed. And then finally, the fifth tip, which is my favorite one, and this tip is to differentiate your grip pressures on the golf club. So if you'll notice here, I hold the club in two different hands. Both hands are on the golf club, but I want there to be a different grip pressure for each hand. And the way that we're going to remember this is the same rule that we remember how to tighten or loosen with a screwdriver. And the term goes lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. So what I want you to try is two different grip pressures. The left hand is going to be very loose, but the right hand is going to be very tight. So left hand loose, right hand tight, and that's going to promote the right hand to roll over the left. Now, if you're at home and you have a golf club in your hand, try this out for a second. Hold the left hand really loose, hold the right hand really tight, swing back and through, and you'll feel how your hands rotate over pretty naturally. Now, try the opposite just for a second. Try the left hand super tight and the right hand barely hanging on. When you swing back and swing through, you'll feel that that left hand hangs on and it holds the face open. So we want to get that left hand to be a lot looser, which will then allow that right hand to close the club face. Any of these 5 tips that I've covered today will help you get rid of that slice. Try all of them, try maybe a combination of a couple of them, and I guarantee you, you will stop that slice. Hopefully one of these strategies is one that you haven't heard before, and it can really help you start to get that ball to curve back to the left. Now, most people who want to get better at golf, want to take their games to that next level, usually are lacking a plan. And at breakingbogeys.com, every single day we are walking people through a step-by-step guided plan to help them play the best golf of their life. If that sounds like something that you might be interested in, please head to breakingbogeys.com and get in touch with us, and we would love to help you play the best golf of your life. Whether you're trying to break 100 for the first time, break 90 for the first time, or break 80 for the first time, head to breakingbogeys.com and we'd love to help you along that pathway.